Hey, Queen City Gaming fans, welcome back, folks. Long time no talk, I know, and I'm sorry. But, guys, we have another Dropzone Commander video talking about my favorite faction, the Resistance. So, today, guys, we are diving into the command units for the Resistance, how to use them, what I've learned, and how really not to use them as well. So, guys, let's get started and dive deep into this section. So, why you should play the Resistance? I mean, who doesn't want to play a Mad Max type of faction to where they have just random cars they've strapped rocket launchers onto running across the battlefield fighting against behemoths? It's a great, kind of hilarious faction to play with some cool interactions and some really cool, unique units you don't see in other factions. So, they're really sweet, but let's get into the command structure. And guys, remember, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the Drop Zone Commander goodness. So guys, we're going to talk about 3 units today. We're going to talk about the Alexander Heavy Tank, the Pizarro Hazard Walker, and the Hydra Relay Hovercraft, which is the which is the commander that comes in the Resistance faction starter set. So we're going to dive into these and see what they bring with the table, starting with the Hydra Relay Hovercraft. And a quick note, guys, I know you can take a command module in one of the, like the Leviathan, but we're going to talk about them in a totally different video in a totally different section. But let's get into it. So, guys, the Hydra comes in the Resistance starter set. It's kind of like your basic commander you kind of get going with, and it's actually a dual kit that you can make a like tank version out of. So, guys, starting off at 70 points, which isn't bad for a one-size squad unit, has a 10-inch move, and with this thing being a hovercraft, it doesn't really have to have a transport. Active countermeasures, evasion +1, which is great. Armor value 13, so this thing can take a little bit of a hit. Not a huge hit, but a little bit of a hit. 3 damage with skimmer and resilient. So overall, guys, this thing can be a little tough, but you do have to watch what it goes against. Obviously, if it goes against like a behemoth or like a broadsword from UCM, it's going to take a lot of damage. So it has a double missile pod with front arc, 36-inch range, full 9-inch counter, 2 shots, 3 up, energy 8, and penetrative. So penetrative helps you kind of get through other heavier armored opponents to where, if you roll a 6, you just auto do damage no matter what, which is a great rule. Now, you see that a lot on a lot of resistance units, especially things that involve rockets. So it's a cool little rule. Alright, so the kind of like special rule that sets this guy apart is scanner array. At any point during this unit's activation, you pick an enemy unit within line of sight. Until the end of the round, friendly units re-roll dice results of 1 when rolling to hit against the unit squad. Overall, this is a decent little commander. It kind of gives you a buff with the scanner array. Its shooting attack isn't awful. Now, it has really short range if you're fighting something with countermeasures, but against buildings and things like that, that 36-inch range is pretty good. And it has decent armor with decent health, and it has resilience with that evade +1, overall making it a decent starter and a decent learning commander to get going with. Overall, guys, this guy's pretty decent, and you're probably going to include him in your force and play him pretty often. So our next commander to kind of enter the fray is the Pizarro Hazard Walker, and I'm sure I'm butchering that name. But guys, the Pizarro is a little bizarro. So he's 95 points, squad 1, and this guy is like the little walker dude. So he's a really interesting model, but he has a bus of 6. So he's basically taking a Kraken all by himself. So this guy does have a heavy tax on kind of that enter into play transport capacity. He has a move of 8, countermeasures active, and evade +2, which is pretty good. Armor value 14, damage 4. He is a walker. He has infiltrate 12, and rare. So he is kind of unique. He is decently damaged, decently armored. High damage with that evade +2 makes him pretty cool. He comes with a chain gun, so front arc 36-inch full, 18 countered, 4 shots, accuracy of a 3, energy of a 6 with focus 2. So you can kind of like bump that up to get some extra damage in there, but overall, not a ton of ranged options right out of the bat. And then he has industrial cutting claws, which is kind of cool that he has this. But front arc, 1 inch range, full and countered, 4 shots, accuracy 2 plus, energy 10. So this guy just runs up and just claws things. Super kind of cool, really, to be honest with you. And then he can include deforestation missiles. So front arc, 24-inch full, 18 countered, 4 shots, 4 accuracy, energy 7, Devastator 3, flammable scenery. So these missiles kind of do exactly what they say they do. They destroy forests. So you can kind of shoot scenery with them to take them out. You could shoot them into buildings to do the flammable keyword to hurt stuff in there a little better. And then, but to do that, you have to exchange the chain gun with the deforest missiles. So this guy's kind of in a weird place. Offensively wise, he's okay. He's not great, especially for 95 points. But to get missiles, you have to change out your chain gun, which is just odd. Overall, guys, this is a commander I don't see you taking that often unless you just want to kind of try him out because he's a really cool model. I like him. He's basically Truckosaurus Rex, which is great. And I hope that the Behemoth, when he comes out, is basically a Truckosaurus Rex too. But that should be coming out pretty soon. Some images have already kind of been going around. But, guys, what do you think of this guy? I'm not a huge fan of him. I'm probably going to get one just to have the model. But overall, I think we have one more option that's fantastic that you're all going to love. So, guys, we move into my favorite commander out of this list. 100 points, squad size 1, the Alexander Heavy Tank. You're going to see this guy pretty often on the table just because he is a powerhouse of a unit and can do some crazy damage, especially now that behemoths are on the table. So let's see how he does that. So he has the Equalizer Cannon, which is a front side rear, infinite full, 18 countered, 1 shot, accuracy 2 plus, energy 12, Devastator 3, all. That's right, all. So that includes behemoths. I ran into this game with one of my buddies who was trying out his PHR behemoth. This guy snuck around a corner and did a cheeky shot into him and actually did some decent damage because of the Devastator 3 all. He has the Maelstrom grenade launcher, front side rear, 18 full, 6 countered, 2 shots, 3 accuracy, energy 7 with penetrative. This isn't a bad gun, and with penetrative, you can take out some more heavily armored items. Not consistently, but there's possibility. Now, he has 2 chain guns, so one is front side left, one is front side right. 36 full, 18 countered, 4 shots each with an accuracy of 3 and energy of 6. Now, they have focus 2. So, a quick note to all those new players out there. It's really important in Dropzone Commander that you roll weapons separately. In 40k, you could have just rolled those together. But because of the focus 2, you really have to do each weapon individually because you can't combine the shots from the 2 weapons together. But you can combine the shots from each weapon. So it's really accuracy to roll separately and apply as you can. But guys, this is one of my favorite tanks to bring. He's a really hard hitter with some decent range. His movement, though, is complete poo. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, absolute poo. So you're really going to have to rely on your drop ships to get him in a good spot. Ugh. So he can do the most damage and be a good commander while he's doing it. But overall, my favorite commander and one I use on the table pretty regularly. So guys, we've come to the end of the video. Tell me what you think down below, what you would like to see covered here in the future, and what units you would like us to move into soon. Next up, we're talking about the Scourge Commanders, and then after that, we'll do the Shoutari. And then I'm thinking we move into the standard units, or maybe even to the troop section itself. But let me know down below. And by the way, guys, if you really do want to help out the channel, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe this video so you can keep up to date with our other uploads. Now, we have been a little busy, so I haven't been able to upload as much as I like to, but hopefully that's changing here this month. So guys, make sure you tune in for some more videos, and make sure you subscribe to really help out the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Queen City Gaming, signing out, folks.